struisvogels hoor.
Nee joh, kan dat nou? En ze kunnen niet eens vliegen.
Struisvogels toch ook niet?
Daar heb je gelijk in. Maar een struisvogel kan ook niet zwemmen. En zij kunnen heel goed zwemmen. En ze hebben trouwens ook geen veren, dus ik hou het echt op vissen.
Ze hebben wel veren. Ze hebben helemaal geen kieuwen.
Volgens mij zie je ze echt vliegen hoor. Ik weet echt zeker dat het vissen zijn. Ik durf zelfs een weddenschap af te sluiten.
Ik ook.
Nou maar. Ik hoop wel dat we ze vandaag nog tegenkomen.
Ja, ik heb ze zelf gezien. Hoe wil je daar ook nog een weddenschap van afsluiten?
Nee, klopt. Maar ja, ik blijf een beetje vreemd vinden natuurlijk. Als ik aan pinguïns denk, dan denk ik niet meteen aan Zuid-Afrika. Dan denk ik meer aan de Noordpolen of de Zuidpolen. Of in ieder geval een plek waar het goed koud is. Maar ja, jij zult het wel weten, hè? Want hoe lang woon je nu hier al?
Oh, 1,5 jaar.
Ja.
En, toen ik in Nederland was, kreeg ik altijd een programma.
Ja?
Dus vandaar ook die brief.
Nou ja, en jij had geluk, want ik was hier in de buurt, dus ik denk, hup, pakken we meteen even mee. Nee? Hello, sir.
Good morning.
You must be Tony Williams.
Yes, that's right.
Hello, I'm
Hi,
Jochem.
pleased to meet you.
This is Martin from
Hello.
Dutch Television. We heard that you know everything there is to know about the penguins.
Well, I don't know everything about penguins, but I do know quite a lot because I'm a penguin biologist.
Ah, great. Well, we've got some questions about the penguins.
Good.
May we ask them?
Yes, certainly. But let's first go over this way and we can see some more
Yeah.
birds over here.
To a more drier place, eh?
Try our feet. Good. Good. Right, let's have a look at these penguins breeding here.
Breeding? Do they lay eggs?
Yes, these penguins lay 2 eggs at a time, like most penguins. 1 or 2 of the bigger species of penguins only lay 1 egg.
Kijk, dat hebben we jongens hier. But for me, it's still strange that you can find penguins here in South Africa. How is that possible?
Well, penguins have to have cool, rich seas to find their food, and the sea around here is cool and rich.
Yeah.
But then don't they need snow and ice?
No, so long as the food's good, they can be quite some way away, as we are here, from cold conditions. But there are 2 species, the emperor and the Adelie penguin, which breed only around on the ice and snow rim of Antarctica.
But you cannot find them at the North and the South Pole?
No, only penguins only occur in the southern hemisphere. The furthest north they go is the Galapagos Islands off the west coast of South America.
You will never find a penguin on the northern side, on the North Pole.
The only penguins you'll find in the northern hemisphere are actually in zoos.
Oh, they bite?
Yes, they bite very hard and so. Now, what you see them doing a little bit is they turn the head a bit from side to side, and a lot of people think they're being friendly, but in actual fact that's a warning that they would give to other penguins, because when they fight they grip beaks and then they try to turn the other bird off balance.
Uh-huh.
So, how long do they sit on the nests?
Well, they'll take about a week getting ready for the female to lay the eggs, and then once she's laid the eggs, it takes about 60 days before they'll hatch. And the birds take turns, so about 1 day each on the nest, and then 1 day at sea feeding, and then 1 day the next day back onto the nest.
Most important question, are penguins fish or birds?
Penguins are birds because they're warm-blooded like we are. They breathe through lungs like we do, and fish are cold-blooded and they breathe through gills. And penguins lay 1 or 2 hard-shelled eggs, whereas fish usually lay very many eggs that are just in a sort of a jelly.
But they don't have feathers.
Yes, they do have feathers. Oh. Yes.
Small ones.
Very small feathers all over the body.
Do you know why many people doubt whether the penguin is a fish or a bird?
Because penguins don't fly and yet they swim so incredibly well in the water, it's not an unreasonable idea to think that they might be fish.
Dus je hoort het, een pinguïn is geen vis, het is een vogel.
Right, now this is the penguin cleaning station, Sandcob, and this is where all the oil birds are brought that are found on the beaches around southern Africa.
Dus eigenlijk een soort Pieterburen, maar dan voor penguins.
Is this necessary because there seems to be so many penguins?
Yes, it is, because the penguin population has really come down drastically in the course of this century. At the beginning of the century, there were more than 1 million penguins of this type, African penguins, and now we're down to about 155,000.
And the oil and all the other things in the water, that's the main reason?
It's not the main reason, but it is an important contributing factor. The main reason is that we humans have taken out a lot of the fish that the penguins would want to catch. Right, this is the way we clean the oil off oiled penguins. When a penguin has got oil on its feathers, that oil makes the feathers less waterproof, so the cold water can get down to the body and chill the body, and then the bird can't stay in the water, and especially it can't dive deep underwater, so it can't feed and it would die.
But about how many baths would you have if it was really thick oil?
I think we've sometimes gone through 6 or 10. Oh, right, 10.
10 baths.
That's when they come in. Sometimes you can scarcely see it's a penguin. It's just a black blob with a beak and 2 flippers.
They use a toothbrush?
They use a toothbrush to get in, especially on the head, where it's more, the feathers are even smaller than on the back. Everybody knows that penguins can't fly in the air, but not everybody realises that penguins are actually excellent flyers underwater. Right. With an ordinary bird, the wing has a fairly narrow bone at the front, and then there are long feathers that come back here to would be about here on a bird like this. And in the penguin, they've changed that design so that the bone extends right from here. They're very flattened and they go right back to here. And then there's a very short after area of feathers. So that this in fact has changed from an ordinary bird's wing, a standard bird's wing, into a very efficient flipper or paddle.
If you would have a bigger feather or a bigger wing, would he be able to fly then?
No, the overall body weight is too high for the design of wing that they have.
And how long does the penguin how long can it hold its breath underwater?
I can't tell you offhand about this one. I should think these can go up to 2 minutes without coming up for air, but the maximum is over 20 minutes in the large emperor penguin. Well, good. It's actually nice to be taking a clean penguin back to the beach and let him go. It's always very satisfying.
And this one's ready now?
This one's absolutely clean and ready. We have to be careful with the fingers. We're going to tip it over slowly, and he should run down to join his friends.
Okay.
Why do they walk so funny?
Well, they have to be shaped very streamlined for movement under the water. So they're shaped rather like a submarine, but also they've got to come on land, so they have to have legs. So the legs are placed very far back on the body, and that means their centre of gravity is all very low, and they do this sort of wobble. If the submarine was to be stood up and given legs, it would also look very funny.
En Jochem?
Ja?
Herinner je die weddenschap nog? Een pinguïn is dus een vogel.
Welke weddenschap?
Kom op, opschieten Jochem!
Het is wel de laatste, hè? Dat is nou wel genoeg.
En die ijsklontjes?
Wat ijsklontjes? Zit nou niet te zeuren, joh. Oké, ijsklontjes, wat jij wil. Het is de laatste, hoor.
En die pinguïn loopt, waar gaat die?